I'm Johnny Buchanan. I'm going around training with and interviewing the best athletes in the country to find out what it takes to become great. Today, I'm down in the dungeon training with the heavy-handed UFC light heavyweight Luke Fernandez.
Luke Fernandez in the red. Down 5 seconds into the fight. I think to 6-0, no doubt.
Luke, appreciate you having me, bro. I unfortunately have received not a full speed shot, but one of my first time sparring, I end up with him. And he just touched my liver. He was nice about it, but it was just like, hey, what's up, rookie? Pop! And I was like, ugh! And it just folded me a little bit. So I know the type of power this man possesses at like 40%. So we're gonna see what a full speed with a pad feels like here.
Left hook.
Left hook? All right, here we go.
Go there.
Yep.
We'll go like 40% first.
Oh yeah.
I'll give it a rip.
Okay. Oh yeah.
We'll get one more.
One more? Oh! Yeah, I don't know. Give him a 50.
I'll give him mine.
Give E a 50.
I'll give him mine.
Okay.
Fuck.
Right.
Yo.
Easy E taking a body shot from.
Kid, like, you like that?
I'll
Give him a 40. Here we go. Be nice to him.
Okay.
So we're gonna be hitting the lower body, some explosive power, getting the legs primed. Got training tonight, so should get after this leg day.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man. Let's get after it. Yeah, I can definitely feel how that correlates to grappling.
I saw somebody talking about Zerches, and I was like, I'd never even thought of that.
Yeah. So what you want to go right to 225? Or do you do 85 first? Easy E, we gotta find a way to get you in this video somehow. We always like sneaking E in. Guys, make sure you go follow Easy E. E, what's your handle?
Easy vlogs.
E-Z-E, or is it the word easy then E?
Easy E.
It's E, letter Z, letter E, vlogs. Go follow Easy E, guys.
I like going in, bro. It's the only thing I like, but it still makes me like want to
Make sure that's what's gonna give you that power.
Yeah.
Just like this shit.
Like, bro, kill yourself. Quit this sport. I say for you. You lost me $30.
Yo, if you DM some crazy shit to athletes, just know you're a nerd.
Yeah.
Just know you're a nerd.
You're in the door.
Us saying that is gonna quadruple your DMs. Shout out to Nugs, trying to pay me for some farts right now. I told him 500 a fart. I'm not budging, bro.
I've been there. You got some weird requests, bro. Like, yo, can you send me underwear? I'm like, what? Yo, go to church, bro. Like, I gotta sleep for that.
There you go. He just said someone tried to buy his underwear. This is a true story. I just get cut from the Steelers, or not cut. I go to like rookie camp. I'm walking out, bro. They're just like, all right, we're not gonna sign you. Stay ready. So I'm literally, you have to walk back to the hotel like half a mile. I'm walking out of the facility with a sack with all my shit I just practiced in, like my underwear, socks. Some dude's like, can I please have your autograph? I was like, dog, you don't want my autograph. He's like, come on, please, can I get some gear? I was like, it's just used socks, it's just used underwear. He's like, no, I want it. I said, bro, it's used underwear. I just got released. Like, I'm not. He was like, please. I was like, bro, get the fuck away from me. Like, there's a lot of weird people. People are weird, bro. Easy, am I allowed to say fuck on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
All right.
But you can't say it more, like, you can say it multiple times. You just can't say it back to back instantly.
No, you can't say fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I do have kids that follow me. Excuse my language, guys. When I train, I like to
Like,
talk
if you want to
crap.
curse, you have to curse once every 30 seconds. That's your limit. Like,
Okay.
like it can't be more than
Every
less
time
than.
I can do it, give me a thumbs up.
I might be in trouble.
Like I said, I don't think I've ever zerchered more than $1.85. I'll try to keep up with you. I mean, I'm down for a quarter. I think I got it. Dude, it's cool, but it's outrageous. They do like sets. So first you get in there, it's like 230 something burpees we did off the bat. And then we go do leg extensions. So your legs are already cooked. Then they do sets of 100 leg press. And then Unc and Hattie got into an argument. So we end up loading 10 plates on each side for a set of 100 for like one of the last ones. So like I get off and I could barely stand. Like this muscle feels like it's gonna pop. Yeah. And then we max it out weight wise for sets of 5. So I'm like, okay, it's gotta be down. That's the main shit. Then we go to max out squats on back squats. So my legs were out of commission for a week. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, they definitely train hard, but it's like, I don't know how that's sustainable. I think
that's, I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's what they do. Like, that is their main. I couldn't do that and then go to train, but I gotta be dead.
I had to sit down for 48 hours.
Get it. Yes, sir. Good shit.
That's a little involuntary fart for you there, E. Sorry about that. Had to boost myself up on it. Yo. There you go.
Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit. That is awkward ass. My legs that are feeling is my core. I gotta get my core stronger.
That's the reason I feel like I like it. It's like you kind of get in that bucket and like this whole first part. It's like yeah, I'm pushing with my legs, but I'm also like ripping.
To me, it's like for that second you gotta hinge.
Yeah.
That's where it's getting me. Come on. There you go. I was holding the meanest piss. I bet a squat so much better.
I'll do it.
That's what double pre-workout will do to you.
It's that root beer you took.
Yeah. That's what I had the root beer drink from a non-disclosed company because they don't pay us. And then I had my real pre from Carnivore, or from Muscle Meds, I should say.
Alright, so
Luke does not approve this message. He has a different sponsor today. Here we go, Easy E. That is not easy. There you go. Just me. I like it. I might die. But did you die? This could go bad, E.
405.
We're gonna give it a fight though. 405, let's get it. Let's go. Fuck! All back. Woo! Oh yeah! Come on, get it! Nice! Come on! Good shit. Yo, I don't think you realize, the people watching, how fucking hard that is with a Zercher. 405, or what you said, 4 reps with a Zercher? And then he's not a lifter, bro, he's a fighter. That's crazy.
Oh, fuck, that hurt. It's like basically a combine, but they do like a bunch of different movements, like 225 max bench,
Yeah.
mile time, broad jump, vert, hex bar, 405, like as many reps as possible. But it's all in like one day,
Yeah.
and it's like basically like you see where you're at as an athlete.
Fine, like I don't want to talk anyway about myself, but I led the nation in tackles, and then I ran 4.5, 4.57, jumped to 40. My broad was 10.8. I only got 22 reps on the bench, but I wasn't really focusing on the bench. So like height really fucked me over because the numbers were there. What are you gonna do? I also played at a smaller school though.
It's crazy that like, I mean I get it. It's like they're focused on their type of
standard.
Dude, I'm all for like the.
You know, is that much like brother?
We're talking about an inch of height though. And my thing, dude, like you're talking about like, okay, I'm like, so my official measurement was like 5'11 3/4. So, you know, it sucks that it didn't say 6 foot. But we're talking about like the difference between 6 foot and 6'2" is crazy. It's like it's nothing. And then in the air, if I jump a 40 and the 6'2" guy jumps a 30, in the air I'm what, 10 inches taller?
Yeah.
Whatever. What are you gonna do?
I guess they think in their head.
I think I can argue inside linebacker, you want lower leverage.
Exactly. I would say the same thing. Lower center of gravity.
Yeah.
You can like dish off some blocks and fucking shed them and get to the tackles, hide behind the line. Just 5 and 5.
By no way am I saying MMA fighters are not athletic, but there's very few that are as athletic like you, like as you. Like, there's not a lot of guys that are like able to explode and stuff. It's like, not that they're not powerful. I always look at it like this: like how many, the top 10 guys for sure, a lot of them, but how many guys can you drop on a basketball court and they're gonna look like fluid?
Decent, yeah. I always say that.
The only thing I'm gonna add, I'm just gonna add a little bit of a pull and get on my toes because I haven't done clean pulls in a while.
That was like the pissing contest.
Yeah.
Everyone would jump on there and see what they could get.
Our crazy piece was a 4-way neck machine, like an old plate loaded. It's badass.
The guys in the football team would like basically challenge each other, like, how many reps can you get? Like, max it out.
Yeah, you do bad reps. Tons of weight on that. Woo.
First one at 65.
Are we doing Bulgarians first and then we're doing, or are we supersetting?
Bulgarians and superset there.
Okay.
Mala fama, se la pasan diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto drama de nada. Dime si vienes a mi cama, a mi cama. Mala fama, se la pasan diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto drama de nada. Dime si vienes a mi cama, a mi cama, a mi cama, a mi cama.
So you don't even notice, most people don't notice. The little rotation at the end makes a difference.
I just feel like that loads the head better.
It does.
These you gotta watch, like, give me pointers, and I'm not really good at RDLs.
With the RDLs, I got you.
I just feel like I'm
But
always
the
like,
biggest thing with the RDLs is when people go crazy, power position, slight knee bend and then lock it. The hinge, you shouldn't bend your knees at all. Like they're already bent, right?
yeah.
It's only a hinge at the hips. Act like you're shooting your butt back into a wall. And then everyone wants to do this shit.
I just feel like I'm always like trying to get deeper.
No, you don't need to though.
Yeah.
Your eyes see what your chest sees, so your spine stays neutral. By this angle, my hamstrings are elongated. I don't need to be down here,
Yeah.
and I don't need to lock this out. Right to about mid-shin is at its longest point where I can load it and then come up. That's perfect. And if you want to get a little bit more, just throw your hips forward and activate the glutes at the top. Yes. Exactly. But if you can get your RDL to go up, like it'll also skyrocket your Zercher, for sure. The only reason I was able to even stay in the same realm as you, Zercher, is because of the heavy RDLs and shit I do.
It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it.
What?
It ain't diamond gym, but we get after it down here.
Hell yeah.
Don't think about
Just a couple of alpha males listening to white girl music. Dude, that was dope, man. Appreciate it, bro. That was awesome. All right, guys, just finished up an awesome workout with Luke Fernandez. We get after it, man. It's very rare that I find MMA fighters that take the weight room as seriously as he does. So honestly, man, honor to work out with you, train with you. Don't want to take a lot of your time. I just want the people watching to kind of get a feel for who you are and what you're about. So the first thing I noticed when I Google you, it does not say UFC light heavyweight. It says internet personality. Can you tell me a little bit about how that caught on and how you got so popular on TikTok?
Yeah, I think that started originally, during COVID. I feel like everyone was kind of looking for ways to branch out and like do their thing,
Right.
And actually, funny enough, that's when I kind of got into fighting, just because COVID kind of put everyone in a place where it's like no one knows what they're doing anymore. You can't go outside, can't do this stuff. So I branched out into social media, TikTok and stuff, caught a little following there. And then that also pushed me to like talk to my buddies about fighting, and I got into fighting through being kind of like closed off to everything else and just talking to my boys about like what I wanted to do. So
that's awesome.
It pushed me to do a lot of things. So COVID was that, obviously it was a terrible time, but at the same time it like forced people, I feel like, to look inward and do things they wanted to do.
No doubt. No, man. That year of COVID gave me an extra year to train, extra year of eligibility college football, and my senior year ended up being like an All-American. So looking back at COVID, like obviously terrible time in the country, but dude, I benefited greatly from the COVID too.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a time where everyone could have focus on themselves and do the thing.
So you alluded to fighting. We'll talk about that in a second. But before that, one of my favorite things I see on your TikTok is the whole Michael Myers thing. What's up with that? How are you Michael Myers? And are you looking to be the next movie Michael Myers?
So I've always loved horror. And funny enough, as a kid, Michael Myers scared me to my core. I watched it way too early.
Right.
Gave me nightmares for a while. And then, I think it was like 2018. I just like wanted to get a really nice, like good costume and like emulate him.
Yeah.
Like going out to a party and stuff. Really, that was it. And I happened to film a video in the kitchen. My brother took a video and I posted that just on a whim. I didn't even want to, but he was like, you should post it. It's funny. I posted that, and then like Barstool reposted, a bunch of huge outlets reposted, and it kind of caught on to a lot of people, connecting me to Michael Myers.
That's awesome. So I ask, I'm so intrigued because I dabble in the Batman world. All you guys who follow me know I like to do the whole Batman thing. So we got Michael Myers and Batman working out together.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn cool. But so you just mentioned that COVID is when you got into the whole MMA thing. You grew up wrestling. I know you were a great high school wrestler at Lacey and then went on to Elizabethtown College. So MMA wasn't on your mind while you were wrestling?
No, originally not. I wouldn't say it wasn't on my mind. I watched MMA, growing up from like the Tito Ortiz era, and then like even before that. So I loved fighting, and I grew up watching boxing, but I was just focused on wrestling. And once college ended, and you go into like the sway of life, finding out what you want to do, working blue collar jobs. I was roofing and stuff like that. Kind of just gave me like an empty feeling of like I need to compete.
Right.
I dabbled a little bit in amateur boxing. It didn't really like fulfill me. It's a lot of politics. I got a lot of like forfeits where the people didn't show up and stuff. Right. So I was like, I don't want to train to do that. And then I jumped into MMA, just through a friend to a friend.
Yeah.
Gave me a contact with my coach. And the first week I was there training full time, I like got that, that drive of feeling like I'm competing again. So
Absolutely.
It really lit a fire in me, and that's kind of how that all started.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be around you, train in the same room as you, so I know how great of a fighter you are. For those of you watching at home, Luke literally ripped through the ranks faster than anyone I've ever seen. He went undefeated in his amateur career, pro career, went 5-0. We're talking everything by knockout, and then one dominant unanimous decision performance. You get the call from Dana White Contender Series to go compete for a contract for the UFC. Tell me about that feeling and how did that come about?
Yeah, that was, I was like right before, I think that's now 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. Going into summer, I got that call for that opportunity. And I knew it's on the horizon, but when you finally get the call, it's kind of like, all right, we're here. And you just like really go into hyper focus on your training, and you want to make sure you cross all your T's, dot all your I's, and really make sure you're bringing your best self to that stage. And fortunate for me, like I was able to show a 15-second knockout, which was awesome, and the feeling was great. And doing that with my team, my coaches, was surreal. But it just like got me to where I am now, and it's one of those things like the job's not finished.
Yeah.
It's great, but at the same time, people then have a high expectation of
1,000%
to keep that going. And not that I'm forcing myself to keep that going.
Yeah.
But I keep that in the back of my head of I got to stay on, my highest ability and really train harder to keep myself, I'm at the apex of the sport now. So
No doubt,
you can't really take any time off. You can't really, take training half-assed. It's a full-time job, 100%.
Absolutely.
I'm in the NFL of fighting, so.
Yeah. So, I come from the football background. My career ended up getting to sniffing the pinnacle of it, bouncing around. I'm still kind of in a hiatus portion of it. And in the moment, it's, what's next? How can I get back to the next team? What's the next fight? But if you were to just kind of look back from the perspective of you as a kid, I know my first time putting on, Eagles helmet or Steelers helmet just for rookie camp, in the moment, I didn't appreciate it as much, but looking back, it's like, damn, dude, like I worked my whole life to be able to put that helmet on. What was it like if you could look back through the eyes of yourself as a kid, strapping up that UFC glove for your first fight? Is it a cool feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I would 100% say that my younger self wouldn't see that as even a possibility. I was like a late bloomer, skinny, smaller kid that wasn't strong or anything like that. So I definitely didn't see myself as being, like a big alpha when I was growing up, like 8th grade and stuff. I was one of the smaller kids, weaker kids on the football team and stuff like that. So I didn't see that as a possibility. So one thing I could say is like doing that definitely gives like me more motivation and also like so much satisfaction that like, at the end of the day in a sport like this, it's you getting yourself there, like the hard work starting to pay off. I'm under the platform of the UFC now, so it's one of those things that in the moment, like you said, you don't really like fully appreciate it. It's just kind of just like it's happening. It's very fast. But looking back, it's like it's really cool to be at that level, and at the same time, it's kind of still hard to believe. But that's why you just keep training hard.
No doubt. Last two things I want to just have are. First off, what is your training philosophy? We obviously see you're a big weight room guy, but how do you balance the grappling with the striking, with the weight training, and how do you recommend you should train for someone trying to get into martial arts at a high level?
At the end of the day, like there's so much facets that go into MMA, and you can't train just one type of style. You can't train one thing to be, at the highest level. And at the end of the day, we're moving bodies that are heavy at a fast pace. So like for me, I fight at 205. I got to be able to move big guys,
no doubt,
for a long period of time and in an explosive way. So that's why for me, weight training is very important. Keeping my strength and my speed and my cardio up. But at the same time, you got to balance that with being able to get all your sessions in.
Right.
Whether that's your striking, your wall wrestling, your grappling, MMA as a whole, sparring, all that together. It's definitely tough, and scheduling I feel like is kind of the one side of the sport that's not talked about.
Yeah.
It seems like there's not enough time in a week to get all your sessions in, but doing that and focus on your recovery, I feel like that's the most important thing for a fighter, because you could easily wear down your body if you overtrain and you're not like tending to like your little injuries and stuff.
So what are you doing for your recovery?
I'm constantly cold plunging, making sure that I hit my sleep scores, trying to get them, where I want to be, and eating enough. Especially when I'm out of camp, eating enough, keeping my nutrition stuff on point.
Yeah.
And, you get massages or you get things like dry needling, acupuncture, whatever you may need, because your body's going to talk to you. When something's hurting, it's hurting.
No doubt.
You got to make sure you address it right away, move forward, so you can continue to train throughout the week.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, last thing, Luke, I just want to ask you, for those watching at home right now, maybe young fighters, kids at home that want to make it to the UFC one day, what is your piece of advice that you give to that young kid who wants to be the next UFC fighter?
There's no special sauce. There's no special thing that I have that, any other kid doesn't have. It's just the fact of if you put in the work and you really focus on your goals and, you dive into your craft completely, you can get to the highest levels. It's just, there's going to be a lot of doubt on the outside. There's going to be a lot of people saying that, that's not realistic. That's not a great career. Look for this, look for that. At the end of the day, no one makes it out of here alive. Like, we all get one life. And I think if you don't try to do what you're passionate about or give yourself a chance, you're going to live the back end of your life with regret. And that's the last thing I want to do in my life. So, I would say, take a chance on yourself and really dive into it. And go
That's
for it.
awesome. Bro, such an honor training with you.
Appreciate it.
I'm not going to be surprised when you become the next UFC world champion. Honor to call you a friend and train with you. Thank you for having us.
I appreciate it,
All right,
man. Thanks for coming
Thanks
through.
a lot. Yeah.